I want to bleat because I can't have the Edmonton Oilers doing amazing things, and I also can't have the loser Panthers soiling themselves.
Oh,
So what do I turn to in my time of need?
I would say alcohol, drugs, rock and roll.
Bleat. Yeah, like it's basically not my fault. Now,
It's not
are you
fault.
falling off the wagon? If you've been
I have a
dry
question.
for a while, you're falling off the wagon, right? Or are you getting
which
on
one
the
it-
wagon?
If you fell off the wagon, what happened?
Then you've abandoned whatever it is that you started doing. That
So if I
whatever-
stopped drinking, I'd fall off the wagon.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with you.
Guess.
I don't think there's any danger of that happening. So
Okay,
I've never
yeah.
really invested a lot of time.
Because I know
in
when
it.
sober people start drinking again,
Yeah.
that would be falling.
Because what do
off
you
the
think?
wagon.
What are you? So are you done with the Panthers? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm kind of done with all
I'm
of
done
it.
with the
So
Panthers.
Oh boy, guys,
Yeah.
guys.
I'm not
guys.
know what?
finding any solace in these wonderful punch in the nose Florida Panthers. We play the right way. Panthers
You know what it is?
are really dropping the ball.
Fuck the Panthers.
Oh,
Thank you, Dean. Because I was going to come out of the show like this.
Yeah.
Just
I'll watch it.
Sticking your tongue out, big Oh, hey, look, we got you. Where's that today? Is that
Jordan Gadjevich do that?
we're doing a lot of that today? Hope they sold a lot of those shirts last night because you can take those and throw them in the dumpster.
Are you guys calling this?
Despicable.
Are you calling the fight?
Despicable. Worse,
arrogant.
worse than game 3 is what you got from the Panthers last night. Everyone crushed the Oilers for how atrocious they looked in their performance in game 3. Panthers, worse last night.
That is a more disheartening loss. I will not argue that.
You had a lead, a chance to go up 3-1. You're at home. Everyone's just rose petals everywhere you walk. Oh, this is the greatest. Look at this dynasty. What a joke.
He's quitting. You're
What?
quitting the Panthers?
it was a joke. They
Done.
yeah.
Done with the Panthers.
D-U-N.
Not sure if this is some sort of reverse psychology trick, Jack, or what.
No,
but,
I don't need to. They have these effing days in between. It goes on too long. I can't. There's Loserville in Alberta. You can't hide from it. You were at an event last night, Pinder. I'm sure it was joyous to see all those.
this
clowns.
Oilers jersey for the birthday boy? Oh my God!
Yes.
Stop
So I'm not going to put up with that BS. And
Mhm.
my old alma mater absolutely pissed themselves. And I'm done. Done. Jovo can't go down and motivate him. Billy Lindsay's doing his best Billy Lindsay-in. And they're deciding to shit themselves.
So you
Way to
didn't go
go.
down and
I'm out.
talk to them after 20 minutes last night? Because that kind of looked like what happened.
Greatest coach in the world that can't shake hands. You got a cocky team.
Yeah.
Guys, you're not overreacting a little here?
No.
No.
Can I try
No.
to sway
They have
you?
No.
effed themselves in 3 games. The series could literally be over.
Correct. Yeah, the Kings could have won too. Yeah, you're right. I don't like that at all.
It's vibe of things. This is and what happened with the Kings? They didn't win.
So if I could just make
Don't-
one small point.
Shit answers. Who are you kidding? All right, let's go. Let's hear. Fine.
Fine. After game 1, you're like, friggin' team of destiny, tied up in the 3rd, win it in overtime. God, bleh.
Yeah,
Game
that was
2,
a 3-1 lead they had in blue in game 1.
and you're just like, okay, well, the Oilers feel like a team of destiny. Game 2, they tie it with how many seconds left, and you're like, okay, it's over. This is gross. I hate it. I need to change my name and move into witness protection and move to another country. Then Marchand does his thing, and you're like, okay, hang on. They just stole home ice. Then game 3, the Panthers eviscerate them, and you're like, well, shit, this is the Panthers series to lose. And now that the Oilers have stolen home ice, we feel like it is, again, the Oilers series to lose. What if I just threw out there that this is still just a coin toss and we played 3 coin toss games out of 4? And 3
No,
of
I'm not
them-
buying it. There's things that happen in a series that shouldn't happen, and the Panthers have allowed it to happen 3 times. The game they won, the other team didn't show up, and the goalie shit themselves. And actually, the team they're playing against plays better in front of the other guy because they don't think he's as good, so they don't trust him to make the saves. So they actually play better hockey.
I think you might be the better.
It's over.
It's over.
Done.
You know what happened last night?
And
Sam Bennett lost the Conn Smythe
Yeah,
Trophy,
he did for sure.
and the Florida Panthers lost the Stanley Cup.
there will be a parade and a
Jack,
mosh pit and a summer slam event because they're all going to brawl up there when they start walking that silver chalice down the street.
Oh, boy.
Someone tries to steal it.
It's a great word.
That is.
I think it's the right word too.
He's a poet.
You outshoot your opponent 17-7 in the first. You get a bunch of power plays. You're up 3-0.
They changed the goalie. No shit.
Then Calvin Pickard
They
comes
finally
in,
put the guy in. They should have started.
where you would think, okay, well, let's pick away on this guy's bones for a little bit.
The guy that hasn't lost yet this postseason, those bones.
And in the matter, I mean, it was tied by what? When did the puck calls in 15:05 of the second? Okay, well that lead's gone. Well, just dig in. There's no digging in.
They dug in the last minute there. That was impressive.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, they're done. That's you know what? If whatever you like in sport, you despise everything that you saw out of the Florida Panthers last night. If that was your team, if that was the team that you cheered for, you'd be so disgusted. And if you just take all of it away, how don't you look at what the Oilers did last night? Everyone just crushed them for 2 days for getting beat up, getting beat on the scoreboard, in the alley, bunch of wusses, all of this. How are they ever gonna? Are they even gonna show up for the game? Are they gonna bother putting skates on?
We thought it would be.
They come out,
tight game.
get run out of the rink for the 4th period in a row, and then bounce back and win it to send things back home, where they win Saturday to take a 3-2 lead.
I was just going to ask, who do you like on Saturday?
No question, regardless of what happened last.
So at Bet365, it'll be minus 500 for the Oilers.
Oilers will win at home, and then it's when do you want to win the next one? You want to do it in Florida, or do you want to get back for 7?
Well, I mean, look, at least you're consistent. This isn't really the glass half full Florida angle. It's a best of 3, and they've won in Edmonton already.
Can we look at the 4-3 Edmonton goal? I don't know what you've got.
With the whiteboard?
Whatever 9-time Selke, this Barkov and Reinhart. Both of these guys nominated, right? These are the
top 2 Selke players.
So just before you play it, that is Reinhart, who is he's in downward dog, or he's doing
push-ups.
He's in he's stretching
push-ups.
his groins behind the net. 6:36 left, 3rd period. Chance to go up 3-1 in the series. Tie game. Go ahead. I'm going to slowly make my way to my feet. I guess I'll come here. Ooh, look at the speed. Look at what are we looking at?
77 was awful last night.
Yeah. He was
Where
on
is he-
the big ones against, I'll say that.
He was awful. Where's he going on this play? Watch, he's in front of the net. You're the D. You should hold the front of the net. Where are you going?
Yeah.
Where the are you going?
Where are you going?
Where are you going? You have no idea what's going on the play. He was horrendous. And not to say that there weren't other players that screwed up on that play, but you're not part of anything, and you're like a lost puppy. Just, I'm not sure. What are you doing?
Future flame, Nico Mikkola.
Well, I hope he improves because he was.
I love that.
shit.
He's going to be a free agent in 27 or something.
So that's the 4th one. That's what 4 in a row.
I also don't like this. Now I'm grumpy. Wallman goes by the bench. Oh, sorry, Wallman. You're a hero. Way to go.
He is a hero. He was very tough in game 3. He's.
I can't wait till next year someone grabs him and kicks the F out of him because he's got some sort of cockiness to him for an 8th defenseman.
Well, he's a tough work guy, but yeah.
It's very cocky. If you could find a way to just be sitting there and watching and not have a rooting interest, how don't you look at what the Oilers did last night and say that's pretty fucking balls?
Never mind what the whole series has been.
No, stop. Don't
try and
did
sway it
last night.
off. Stay on topic.
They
I
got
am.
snot bubbled in the last game. Everyone quit. Oh, geez, how are you? Why even play this next game? You guys got embarrassed. You got beat up. You got run out of the rink. 2 days to sit, and you know what they did? They went to the rink both days and they worked and they practiced and they showed up. And then last night, Skinner was fine in the first. He's making saves, but they take dumb penalties, a 5-on-3 goal, another power play goal. And then the final play, can we show the 3-0 goal? This is probably the last time depending how it goes.
Well, he might be holding some hardware next
for
time.
Troy Stetcher. This was the last shift of the hockey game. He tries the reverse, takes a tap to the helmet and quits. And then the puck goes
Tries
in.
to sell it afterwards.
He's like, oh, well, you didn't get hit in the mouth. You got hit in top of the head and you quit. And that was his last shift of the game. So that makes it 3-0. A full collapse. The building is electric. And they go to
Got
the
him
room
by the
and
balls, Dean.
they come back and start chipping away.
I knew they would.
The next power play is probably going to be
Within
against
the first
Florida.
3 minutes of the second period, the Oilers will get a power play. That was said on the couch just outside these
Yeah,
walls.
we're getting. I just think, what do you say if you're not? Look, we're getting a power play. We score on that, it's 3-1. You get another one, and we're right there. We're right where we need to be. You know how it goes when
They
we pull
have no
goalie.
fear about being down. I don't think it intimidated them at all.
No, they've done this before. They've erased 3-0 leads. I would think multiple times in this.
It's not
Post-
even it's like, oh, whatever. Skinner's let in a few, so I guess we'll have to score more tonight.
So, I mean, I understand why this is very grim, but if the Panthers get a bounce in overtime, how differently do you feel? Not at all. Very. I mean, it was another one bounce game if you just tuned in halfway through the second. And I get it. You can't just wipe away a 3-0 lead, but we literally sat here and said it's probably going to be another coin flip game.
It changes, obviously. 3-1 changes everything, but it doesn't change what you saw happen in that game last night.
Right.
The Panthers shit the bed.
Oilers did Oilers things.
You have a chance to go up 3-1 and take a stranglehold. And this is the team you're supposed to be. You're being lauded as this band of brothers and this, pack of dogs. Not last night. Not with essentially the cup on the line.
So you weren't impressed when they tied it in the final minute with
Not
an empty net
really.
behind them? You weren't impressed.
Not really,
That was
no.
not impressive.
No.
God, you're negative. That was very impressive.
Horseshit luck is what it was, because they tried to make another play. It went off a leg and came back to Reinhardt.
Oh, just like the game winner in overtime where a one-handed shovel towards the net goes off a leg and in? Come on, there's luck both ways.
It's okay, Ryan.
No, I'm telling you,
okay.
the odds are still going to be like, you can be emotional. The sports books are not. Edmonton will not be minus 500 on Saturday.
What are they?
They'll probably be minus 150.
Yes,
Oh, look.
they are going to be
Which is
favored
what
at
Florida
home.
was last night, which is we still have a series. I can't believe you're writing them off.
That's
It's 2-2. You got to get 4 wins. Florida has to win one game on Saturday, and everything you've
How
said
they
gets
played
flushed.
in Edmonton?
What's that?
How they
Edmonton
done
hasn't
in
had a lead
Edmonton?
in the third in Edmonton in this series.
How have they done in Edmonton?
Their goalie's been better, and
How have
they've
they
won
done in
1-2.
Edmonton?
They split.
And go back the year before.
They got one win in
Shit
Edmonton.
pumped. So like
They won.
They're
Yeah,
done.
look, I understand the emotion of it. I just think that the people that aren't emotionally attached to this series don't think it's over.
good for them. They're probably not paying attention. They're numbers nerds that can't watch. Don't
No, I
understand.
mean, like if you talk to the people that are covering this series that aren't numbers nerds that are in the building watching, they're like, shit, we've got a classic Stanley Cup final for the ages.
But it's
That is
only a classic
incredibly
because
entertaining.
the Florida Panthers on 2 out of 4 games have shit the bed.
I mean,
They
the Oilers
shit
have
the
done this
bed.
in every series. You expected they wouldn't be able to have a comeback or two in the final? That's what makes them special, right?
Well,
you don't
that's
think
the problem,
Bobrovsky
dummy.
can outplay
That's
Pickard in the next 3
So
games?
now you're proving the point is that they're too good to be stopped.
They're not too good to be stopped. They won 2
Well,
out of
they
4
couldn't
games against Florida.
Florida can't stop them even with a 3-0 lead
They blew a 3-0 lead.
and a
It
3-1
doesn't
lead.
mean the series is over.
In
Just
4
like
games.
Just like Florida winning by 5 doesn't mean the series is over.
Hey, good for you. I'm glad you can hang your hat on the positivity that the Florida Panthers are giving you.
I think I'm being pretty
you're
neutral
also,
down the middle.
You're
Like,
also full of shit, and everyone can read right through you right now.
If you weren't in Florida, Edmonton, or Calgary, I think you think this is a series still. Am I crazy?
Yeah. I don't know.
You guys are at the funeral here, and they've got 2 wins. You need 4 for the cup.
Well, if
Like
you'd
Florida
like
was
to, hey, feel
Yeah.
free to throw
Look,
some pizzas on the
Edmonton,
line.
as much as it kills me, is a very, very good team.
Like, I know you think you're being neutral, but you're not.
So the
You're-
sports
you're-
books are neutral. You think Edmonton are hugely favored. I can look it up right now.
I think they're
Why
favored.
do you
They will be
allow
slightly favored to
yourself?
win the cup? Slightly.
Why do you allow yourself? So your opinion is the strongest of everyone ever at any time when you want it to be your opinion, but it's not your opinion now. It's the sports books, and you're just following.
No, what
the
I'm saying is we're emotional. The books aren't.
Right. Hey,
Like,
I don't care what the book says.
I know you don't care, but
Like, I don't
that
care.
would be the unemotional.
Is that how? That's just how we're going. We
I'm
live
not
life
asking
as
you
well.
to
I don't-
care.
oh,
I just-
who's favored?
Well, I will pull it up. I'm expecting the Oilers to be like around minus 120 or
How
30,
do I
130 to
feel?
win the
Well, let
cup.
me check my sports
No.
booking, my sports
We
app.
can all talk about how we feel, but it is important to remove the whole I'm
No,
emotional.
it's
and
not.
negative
It's
stuff.
not important at all because no one tunes in.
They
to
tune in
hear
see us
that.
snicker, so we're doing okay.
Oh, that was quite a display. It was quite a
It
display.
was
Now,
great. And they're a very, very, very good team. I hate them, but they're very good. We know that. They have the ability to like turn a game on a coin and erase 3-4 goal leads. It's insane. It is absolutely insane. And on the other side, you have a team that can take a punch better than anyone. They got outplayed for pretty large swaths in games 1 and 2 and still never trailed in the third
I
and split in the
disagree.
toughest building in the league.
I totally disagree with you on this take a punch bullshit. When have they taken punches?
Games
When
1
they
and 2.
took punches, they got punched by Vegas, and then Vegas knocked them the F out with the punch. Last year, they didn't take any punches. They were
I'm talking about
punching.
Florida.
I know.
So they played. When did they play Vegas?
3 years ago in the final.
That was Tampa. No, you're right. Okay, so 3 years ago. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not really.
Well, exactly. Try and pay attention and not just allow your opinion to be the only one that
I'm
matters.
trying to make sense of your argument here. I'm
Yeah,
talking
you're
about Florida
saying-
being a team that's taken a punch this
No,
year in the
but let me
playoffs,
talk
and you're saying
then.
this something happened 3 years ago.
They're not good at taking punches. They're good at punching. Who's punched them in the mouth? Carolina didn't. The Rangers didn't. The Leafs give them a bit of a scare, but was anyone really scared? No.
I mean, at the time we were,
They
but we're
kicked the
protecting
shit
that
out
we
of Tampa Bay 2 years in a row. Who has punched them in the mouth and made them play with fear over the last 3 years?
The
Boston.
Oilers in game 1 and 2, and they got the split.
So that makes
Toronto up 2-0 in a series. We were. You can go watch the shows. You were saying they were done. Like, come on.
I never said the Panthers were
No,
done.
but you think they
Maybe
looked
I
like they were in
did,
big
'cause
trouble
I
here.
thought
That's
Toronto
taking
was
the
playing
punch.
well. So you're saying this is just if anyone's taking a punch and come back, it's the Oilers. The Panthers are not taking punches and having to come back. They're going in and they're punching people in the face and taking over series. They are not good at taking a punch.
it's the Oilers who got off the
have
mat
to.
here.
Correct. Yes. Yes. And but to suggest that Florida's not resilient would be discrediting a team. The Panthers are even money to win the cup. The Oilers are minus 120. This is almost a coin toss by the book.
Again, I don't care.
I'm just
I'm
putting it out
telling
there.
you,
I'm not
in
asking you to care.
My opinion, and having watched sports for many years, this just has all the earmarks to me of a collapse by the Panthers after what you saw last night. You had a prime opportunity to go up 3-1, which basically gift wraps the whole thing for you. You had a 3-0 lead at home where you shut down that you beat these guys up last game. But it's the other team that grabbed themselves by the sack and gave it a twist and came back and chipped away at a lead, then got a lead, had it evaporate, and then still had the balls to win it in overtime. That's
No one's disputing any of that. That was an incredible, impressive comeback.
it's gutsy stuff, man.
Yes.
And we can, take all of it away. If you had no allegiance, you'd be like, those fucking guys. That was pretty impressive.
Yes.
I mean, and I just sat there last night. I was like, you tip your cap. Draisaitl, another overtime winner. Like, and McDavid has yet to have a McDavid game. He's been around it.
Yeah.
He hasn't dominated.
He's got his 1 or 2 golden chances a game. Bob got him on the breakaway last night.
That the whole thing, to just kind of take a bit of a step back, it's been a hell of a series.
That's all I'm trying.
You go through game 3, and obviously, but there was entertainment value to that. I put together just kind of the chances, because yeah, if Bennett scores, it doesn't go in. It's a 3-1 lead. That changes things, but it still doesn't take away from the Panthers. And I just don't know, for a team that is so respected for being this
We
unit.
play one way and only one way. They're not playing one way.
Do you feel bad for Skinner at all that he gets yanked?
No. No.
What is he, 500 on this team in the playoffs? Sorry, be better.
Yeah. I don't think anybody was surprised
You had to.
when Pickard comes in. And credit to that friggin' guy.
Pickard has not lost a game, fellows. He has not. We
7-0.
forget how he left. It was injury that got him out.
2.69 goals against, 896 save percentage, 7 wins, 0 losses for Pickard.
And then there it is, Kachuk there. Like, that would have made it 4-0, if I'm correct.
No, it's 4-3.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm trying to remember where that highlight was, but you're like, holy shit, it's literally a leg that stops it. I mean, there's a lot of bounces here.
Look at that toe save.
Bounces the other way, too.
Both ways. I'm telling you, like, turn on your
What are you
TV
telling me?
Saturday, guys. It's probably going to be a really good game.
Well, I'm not watching because I already said it.
I know, and the series is over, so it's all
This
just
is
formalities.
crazy.
But yeah,
Off the skate, post,
wild.
then he gets a stick on it, toe
Toe.
save. And then this one here.
This is just Bennett. There's your Conn Smythe right fucking there. How does he stop this?
He gets a piece,
Oh my god!
like the top of the cheater of the glove,
and then the post.
and then the post.
Could have made these boys happy, Sam. You just had to get that an inch higher.
And then
One hand
And
back.
77 doing baby spins on the ice.
kicking it in his net.
What in the F?
Yeah, can we whiteboard this, Jack?
We do
not
have
on the
the
whiteboard.
we have the
70s.
overtime. Go to the actual goal from the broadcast angle. It was
that's
truly
the
a
ISO.
game for the ages.
Yes.
And if you're an Oiler fan, you're talking about this game for the rest of your bloody life.
As long as you close this thing out, yeah.
Well, Flames fans didn't close it in 04, and they still talk about
I don't talk about any
the
game in the
shift. And
final. The shift is in round 1.
shift's not in round 1.
So against Vancouver.
The shift.
Jesus, you're a terrible fan.
I was thinking about the different one. Yes.
I know that was also a great shift, but
Yeah. No, you're right. I
the
confused.
shift was
One-handed desperation push towards the net.
close.
You know what, Jack? Can you start it again?
That may be the weakest
And
of the
just-
chances in overtime.
Just go to the start and just stop it. There's little things here. It's Ekholm who moves it quick to Podkolzin, who one touches it, and then Perry leaves it.
That's the smartest play.
Right? Like Perry, how doesn't he just pick right there? How don't you play the puck?
But
But you
to-
leave it knowing you might get the back door.
he
guys-
knows damn well it's going to Draisaitl. That's fine.
Yeah,
He's
I mean, honestly,
he's
you play
ahead.
with
He's a play
discretion.
ahead. But where are the Panthers? Like
I don't like that it's almost a 2-on-1 on the zone entry, right?
from a far.
It's a pass from their own zone, and somehow they
Yeah.
get almost a 2-on-1 immediately.
Yeah, it's that one touch by Podkolzin, which
Yeah, but it's still Dean. Like it's
I know, but
great. It's a one-touch
now.
pass. You're telling me you can't react or play better off of like that's exactly the play. You know he's going to one-touch it. Like they're not back checking. They aren't commit. Look at was
It was
that 27? I think he's been horseshit too. If that is his defense, because he's the guy that let Perry go and score that overtime. Was it overtime or whenever when he?
lost
No, he-
Ryan.
Yeah, I don't think he's been good defensively. 77 was
I was waiting for Brad Marchand to show up in overtime. He had a quieter game
Yeah, he was.
after being obviously the star of games, 2 and 3 with Sam Bennett. But
Boy, and I'll tell you, Kachuk is close to being done. I know he scores 2 goals, but one's 5
hat trick look.
There were a couple, and I was saying, man, if you had the game that you could like grab that if you're doing intermissions or something, there's a couple times where you could see where he's almost grimacing, like he's kind of tightening up just on plays where he's just by himself, looking to kind of make a play. He's in a bad.
He won't hold the puck. He moves it immediately. He's doing that to get it into people's possession that can skate. And I feel like if he gets hit with the puck, he's hurting.
The 3-1 goal, Nugent Hopkins is on the power play. Bob is down, and Hopkins puts it up top. I guess he's trying to kind of protect that, maybe the backdoor tap in or whatever. I know this is painful exercise for Flames fans, but just to go through the comeback, we can take a look at it for the Warner Rets whiteboard corner.
Yeah.
Something like that. So again, you go to the room. Corey Perry rips them a new one. Apparently, you get the power play. Do you want full screen there, Rhett?
Yeah. Stop it.
He's obviously thinking it's going to Perry.
Barkov's playing net. Not nice of him.
But you can't.
I'll give you the Don Cherry. You either block the shot or get out of the way.
Well, it is. I said to my kid, I said, you can't stay. I know he's in it right there.
Well, and Reinhardt has no idea. Can you start it again? Just watch Reinhardt. I know he scores that goal to tie it, and he had a couple of assists.
They're out to lunch defensively. They're not committed because that's why it's hard to win a whole bunch. Like this is 3 years in a row in June. They're playing hockey.
Yeah. So there's 13.
It's soft.
Early in the power play.
He's never looked.
No, Stan.
Almost gets it.
One hand. Oh, darn. Shucks. Yeah. So that's the 3-1 goal. All right, power play.
Bob it does lose his feet there a little late.
Yeah. So this is Darnell Nurse.
Because I'm a huge Nurse and Oilers honk, he's done this before. And that's a hell of a shot, and you want the goalie to stop it and this and that. But I don't know if you're blaming or giving credit to Nurse. Like it
goes in on Skinner. I know how it goes, right? But it's Bob, so you give him. You're like, oh, he's got 2 Vezinas. He's great. He's the defending Stanley Cup champ. But you want that one, not unlike the Arvidsson goal in Game 1.
Yeah.
Like this series is over if you get that one and the Arvidsson one in Game 1. That's crazy.
And then this is the scramble in front.
Nurse again. Who's been awful, but was good.
What's 77 doing there?
Your boy.
He's lost. Look at him. He is lost off the draw. He's chasing around, going all over, and then still not. Oh. I actually was shocked that Maurice was still putting him out there.
That bad.
That's how bad I thought 77
because
was.
Let's watch it again. Because I don't know this. You do. You played. It looks to me like he's got his man until at the last moment he doesn't. And that's right when the puck gets there. Like, I don't think he's lost from the get-go. It looks like he's fighting the whole
He has no idea what. Stop. Go back.
Like he stapled the Pod Colson for the first 10 seconds here.
Shush. Right off the drop. Okay, go all the way to the puck drop. Is that where it starts? First of all, that guy, you should be stepping in front of him. He shouldn't be getting to the front of the net. Now you're lost. You're just chasing. He has no idea where the puck is. Let it go. It's okay. And you're from the drop of the puck, you've been trying to tie this guy up, and you don't accomplish it. How does he get loose?
He does the old spinorama here, I believe. Watch him. Zoop. Oh no, he doesn't.
No, he
just slides out. Okay.
It was like he was Bambi. He didn't have balance. He's leaning on the guy. He's lost. No, I mean, I think Jones kind of weigh a little bit, but
you can see Jones there. He does the shoulder check to see who's back door, and then move right there.
Yeah, if you
But
freeze it,
these
give it
guys
a
should be
pass.
big and strong enough where I know it's a different era, but you should be able to grab onto.
It looks like everything's fine here, right? You usually say you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Are they not fine right here? Like at this freeze, are they not fine right there?
Yeah. Yeah, they should be fine.
Somehow
But they
yeah,
are.
It's also like
they kinda
Jones.
switch spots, don't they?
Jones doesn't know where the
Jones
puck is.
I don't know where Jones is
He
going.
doesn't need to leave that spot. When he does, it opens up room for
See, like
Oh,
that whole
Olsen.
time he's got his back to the puck. He never knows. He doesn't know where the puck is. I mean, we're really kind of chipping away at them here, but still, these are uncharacteristic mistakes.
Yeah, if Jones just finds the puck, you have.
Just find
So
the puck.
Mikula goes all the way back to the front of the net and doesn't know where the puck is, and he ends up being in okay shape only because the puck is brought to him, and then he still loses coverage. And
He-
Jones never once. You can have coverage defensively on a net front guy and still be scanning the ice. Say it all that you have to do that. It's not as back in the 80s or 90s. Sure, I'm just going to tie you up. I don't care where the puck is. And there was no penalties. Now it's not how it's played. You got to know what's going on behind you. These guys are just totally lost.
Teams that had a 3-0 lead after the first in a cup final
Mm,
were 32-0.
that was 37-0. Gross.
Now 32-1. Draisaitl, 4 overtime goals. That's a record for one postseason. He's got 2 in a cup final. That's also
That's
very
impressive.
good. He and John LeClaire and good old Don Raleigh back in 1950.
Oh, Dickie.
And the Oilers become the first road team to rally from a 3-goal deficit and win a cup final game since Montreal did it in 1919.
That was a while ago. Was that
Yeah.
even the Canadian or was it the
It was the
AAAs
Canadians.
or
It was the
Athletic Club?
Seattle Metropolitans.
Right.
Metro. They, couldn't hold a lead either.
They were brutal at that.
Yeah, really couldn't do it. So Pickard starts
Oh,
pretty
the rest
clear.
of the way.
Dude, if Skinner gets on the ice again, he's going out to celebrate. Like, I'm sorry, the one guy
Yeah.
has not lost a game. And I said yesterday, like, look, I don't think it's crazy to start Pickard here. He's been very good. And I don't think he's a good goalie, but he is feeling it right now. It has been a 6-month period, 3-month period, whatever it is, where he's been as good as Cal Pickard's ever looked.
If you're the Florida Panthers, you had best pray Calvin Pickard's in net and that Calvin Pickard returns to form.
Yeah, the guy that goes on waivers every other year,
Yeah.
Calvin Pickard. That guy hasn't
Yeah,
looked
That guy.
he's shown up this year.
You know what it is
If
too.
not, Calvin Pickard's going to be the guy raising the cup above his head. Calvin, nobody wants me Pickard.
Right. Street hockey, Calvin Pickard, who's honestly playing his ass off.
He is
Yeah,
playing his
the-
ass off.
Not a
Um,
shot at him. He is battling. And the team is playing better in front of him
I
because
was
they
just
don't
gonna
trust
say.
him.
They really do.
Yes.
They like this guy.
I'm
They
telling
like
you, they play better in front of him.
they like playing in front of him.
And Skinner, when he is right, he looks so good. But there are moments where he's just, not even moments, stretches where he just looks below replacement level. Like, you wonder how he's in the league sometimes, and other times you're like, holy fuck, they can win a cup with this guy.
Well, Pickard can
You
be
never
that
know
way
what you're
too.
getting with Skinner. You know exactly what you're getting with Pickard.
Do you know exactly what you're getting with Pickard?
Well, he doesn't lose. He's going to battle his ass off, and there's not a lot of stinkers.
It feels like there's a bit of a pumpkin at midnight kind of a thing. there.
Yes.
Well, that's
I,
Yeah,
I
and
would-
look, if you're trying to put some wind in the sails of Florida not being dead, you need Bob to outplay Cal Pickard the next 3 games,
That's part of it.
right?
It is part of it.
Like, they are going to try to win a cup with Skinner and Pickard, and they've got 2 of the best players on planet Earth, and it kills us, but they're a very good team. They played well structurally, defensively, most of the playoffs, aside from early in LA in game 3 against Florida and first period last night. But you still have a distinct edge in net if you're Florida.
You've done a great job with Evan Bouchard, Rhett.
You really turned them around.
You've really done a great job. 30 minutes, 38 seconds, no points, but you know what? And it pains you to do it. You just put your ISO cam on him in a game. He's become very effective, good player for them.
So by
back
effective,
there.
you mean like a point and a half per game in the playoffs every
I
fucking
don't worry
year?
about
Holy
points.
shit.
Because again, no points last night.
So here's the stipulation with you just said it. There's still the pumpkin at midnight scenario. There's a lot of pumpkin at midnight with the Oilers, I think. and Bouchard being one, Darnell's being one, Darnell Nurse being one, Troy Stetcher. Troy Stetcher, what about Klingberg?
Yeah, midnight for that was
Yeah,
1918 of the first period last
Right.
night.
exactly. So, yes, there's been some. Me and the Bush, we're old pals. I still feel like he makes as many mistakes as he makes good plays.
How many times do you watch a power play where you're like, that's got to get out? And you're like, fuck, Bouchard held it again at the line.
Yes, all
Like,
night.
their power play
yesterday.
hasn't been good in this series, but it's threatened the entire series.
Well, when you get a
They
team,
get chances,
like-
they swarm. You can't get it out on them unless
When
you
you
get a
never-
really clean clearance.
how many times has Florida had to kill a full 2 minutes in their own zone? They can't get it out.
And it's like, oh, you're gonna leave McDavid out for the full 2. Great idea. Fuck. Like, you got gifted this fucking demigod. Yeah, just 2 minutes. He'll do the whole power play. We're good.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And there were a couple. Remember that one power play last night where Leon tries to carry it in, they poke it down. All right, regroup, comes back. Leon tries the same thing again, poke it. Connor's like, just
Give it to me. I'm the zone entry.
give it to me. I'll get it in there, and then we'll go to work. You go stand on the other side, and
Yeah.
you're off wing, and they'll probably come to you, and you'll score. Can we look at the?
The Bouchard hit?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I want to see this.
I was kind of, if anything, it's like, well, is it a penalty? I'm surprised. Where's the eye in the sky? Are they not taking this guy to the room for concussion protocol?
Yeah,
Like
that's
he
all
was.
hocus pocus.
So there's the Verhaeghe hit.
And that looks like a hockey play that no one even raises an eyebrow until Bouchard hits the deck. And then all of a sudden it's, oh no, right? Like, how many times do we say a play exactly like this and no one even blinks?
Well, it's because he's trying to sell the hit.
Exactly my point. Yeah, I'm with you. And I don't know if he's hurt or not, but we see hits like that all the time where the guy stays standing and play continues.
I mean, I think he probably got his bell rung there from that one angle on that side.
don't disagree.
You can see his head hit the glass.
Verhaeghe leaves his feet, even if it's only by 3 inches. But yeah,
Right
if he doesn't
there.
fall, I think we just keep playing.
Anyway, so non-penalty and play on. Craig Simpson really thought it was a penalty, though. I don't know if you were watching the CBC.
Was he a
broadcast.
former Panther? I'm
I
trying to
didn't
remember.
have to suffer through the CBC broadcast.
That's right. Yeah, I guess it's or Sportsnet or whoever.
Were
it
you
is.
watching Max or True? Tint?
And you know the one fly in the ointment to our tone today, Rhett, is if the Sam Bennett shot, if old Cal doesn't get a piece and it goes in, if it's a little bit higher,
1 inch.
then it's into the back of the net. This is
Yeah, but you could say the 1 inch, the save by Bobrovsky on Perry. Like,
Yeah, the 3 lucky
Like,
bounces. in
I
the
know.
crease. Yeah, it's
look at this. Just
and then tink.
Ding ding.
4 games, 3 overtimes, 1 blowout.
And
This
if
thing
we
can
didn't-
go 7 and be one of the best finals, or at least captivating, because this is not boring hockey.
I think for the casual observer, this might be the most entertaining final we've seen in 10 years. I'm trying to think of one better. Vancouver Boston had all kinds of drama. That was phenomenal in 2011. I don't recall the St. Louis Boston one as well, but that had a dramatic finish with Binnington winning on the road in game 7, back and forth it went. The Tampa wins were pretty boring. They dominated Montreal and Dallas.
9 goals. Everything's been over. It's been back and forth, blown leads. It's
The
been
lowest
crazy.
scoring game was 6-1.
Yeah, yeah. That the blowout was the
Right.
nail biter. Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't
And-
like.
Not like it.
And you add in like the physicality of game 3, like for a casual observer, like this is a hell of a product you're putting out there. Like there, even the one game that was a blowout you couldn't turn off because it turned into SummerSlam.
Yeah. Hey, buddies. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.